Democrats are advancing a $3.5 trillion spending plan, and Republicans warn it will vastly expand the welfare state and fundamentally change America as we know it. But brand new Fox News polling reveals this might be exactly what Democratic voters want. More Democrats now say they have a favorable view of socialism than capitalism. Let's bring in Republican Senator Bill Hagerty from Tennessee. Senator, good to see you. President Trump in a statement, former President Trump in a statement said this about this new $3.5 trillion bill. While you were all sleeping, the radical Democrats advanced a plan that will be known as the $3.5 trillion communist plan to destroy America. This legislation is an assault on our nation, on our communities, and on the American dream. You spoke to the former president about all this on Sunday. You also spoke to him as well after you voted against the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. What did he say to you about all this?
Well, he certainly is with me in this and feels that this is an abomination in terms of pushing us towards socialism. Look, America is the most exceptional nation in the world. We've got a free enterprise system that's helped us make it that way. And what this new bill does, particularly this $3.5 trillion package that has been drafted by you-know-who, Bernie Sanders, I mean, this is pushing us over the cliff towards socialism. And I think President Trump feels the same way I do. We need to preserve what's great about America so that our children have the same sort of opportunities that our parents left for us, John, not worse.
Senator, you refer to this as a socialist debt bomb. Those are quotation marks. But people on the left say, look, this is a much-needed bill to help people to gain more economic freedom than they had in the past. They're saying that this is the most important piece of legislation since the New Deal.
Freedom is the worst possible choice of words, John. This is about taking away our freedom. This is about more and more government control and dependency. The government wants to take care of us from cradle to grave in this bill. Starting out with pre-K care, free child care, the government will pay for everything. But the amount of debt this shoulders that our children, our grandchildren will have to shoulder for this, it's enormous. We continue to pile this on. We continue to raise taxes. We're going to crush the economy with the sort of taxes that are going to be required to affect this. They've already said so. Corporate tax rates going up, death taxes going up, so you can't transfer a farm or a small business to your next generation. They're going to kill capital formation here. They're going to kill the fossil fuel industry. There's thousands and thousands of jobs right there. They're going to make America less competitive, and China will laugh all the way to the bank.
You know, you just mentioned that. What do you make of what the president said yesterday about OPEC needs to pump more oil?
It's just amazing. The president's policies here in America make our oil prices go through the roof. That has an inflationary impact, John, on everything. Every good and service that we have to buy has to be transported. And the fact that prices are up at the pump, tremendously high. That is having an effect that's not transitory. This is going to have a long-range effect. So it's really amazing to me to see him talk out of one side of his mouth here in America, making us less competitive and more dependent on very high-cost energy sources, and then encouraging OPEC and Nord Stream 2 to bail them out.
Yeah, Senator, we released a Fox News poll last night that had an interesting finding. When asked what their opinion was of capitalism and socialism, Democrats said the following. They said that they had a favorable view of capitalism, 49%. 59% had a favorable view of socialism. And that compares to the last time that we tested this in February of 2020, 50% of Democrats said they favored capitalism, only 40% socialism. So there's been a 19% increase in the last year and a half of the number of Democrats who have a favorable opinion of socialism. What does that tell you?
It tells me that the talking points that the Democrats are using are all about socialism. But I hope that the Democrat public will look at what's happening in Cuba right now. Look to Venezuela. Spend any time in communist China lately? Look what's happening to look what's happening in Hong Kong. Look what's happening to the Uyghur population. They do not want what they think they may want. This would lead us to, devastation of the American economy as we know it and our society. I hope that they wake up and set aside the talking points that are being amplified in the media and really look to what the policies deliver, because Cuba, Venezuela, Russia, China, that's the example that they need to be looking toward.
All right, Senator Bill Hagerty of the great state of Tennessee, good to have you on this afternoon. Thank you.
Great to be with you, John. Thank you.